The Chariot. Charioteer, Bhagwan Krishna. The upright readings. Perseverance, rushed decision, turmoil, vengeance, adversity, control, willpower, success, action, determination. This card is a yes positive card. The one whose life chariot is Lord Krishna himself, he will never have to face defeat in life. You have immense firmness and determination. You are very firm on your thoughts, you always see the result. If someone unnecessarily harasses you, you do not hesitate to take vengeance. Like a warrior, you answer with a stone. Your way of life is not easy. Your life is full of adversity. But you know very well how to control life even in the face of adversity. Like Arjuna, whose chariot is Krishna, your willpower is very strong. You are not afraid to take any kind of action for success because your resolutions are determined. No matter how much upheaval it may be. The reverse readings. Vanquishment, defeat, failure, unsuccessful, self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction. Even if you win, you will be defeated. This has deep meaning. Pandavas and Krishna won the war, but they lost brothers, gurus, relatives, and most loved ones. That means on a large scale Pandavas lost everything. Millions of people died in the war. They got the kingdom, but it was now the kingdom of dead bodies. It is a failure on a very big canvas. Self-discipline may have led us to the victory, but this victory is useless. One has to think about this. There will be many to oppose for the sake of opposing, but there is rare mentor like Chakradhar. Listen to your inner voice. God will not always guide you. Otherwise, lack of direction will take out your peace of mind. The Chariot. The Chariot is a wonderful card to know about. After studying this European card, my first reaction was, how one can chariot a sitting sphinx? Meaning of the chariot is a 2- or 4-wheeled vehicle drawn by 2 or more horses, used in ancient racing and warfare. Here the European artist was unable to understand the basic meaning of the chariot. Since the tarot card traveled from India to Greece through Egypt, it has an obvious influence on Egyptian culture. It was funny to see a person, trying to drive a cart with 2 firmly grounded sphinxes, seating in a lion position. He is holding something like a magic wand in his right arm. He has a costume of a warrior but does not carry any weapon. He is standing still, not having any movement of traveling or holding halter to control his sphinx. Rather, sphinxes are not connected with the chariot by any means, creating an illusion as if a warrior-looking person is in the chariot. The chariot must have wheels to move, but this vehicle is rigid. The interior of the chariot is actually howdah on elephant. Upward arrow is shown in the image above. Now study the original ancient Indian chariot tarot card. Lord Krishna is the guiding force behind the horses. The chariot is in its full swing. Means Lord Krishna is the driving force of your life. The warrior is carrying his weapons. 4 white horses are at full speed. Arjun the warrior is aiming at someone riding on the chariot, guided by Lord Krishna. This still is from Mahabharata. It has a very auspicious image because on the battlefield Gita was told by Lord Krishna to Arjun. The importance of the Gita is like the Holy Bible for Christians, the Holy Quran for Muslims. Gita is a philosophy of life, nothing religious. Anyone can read it from any page and follow the life philosophy. Few words about Gita. The blind king Dhritarashtra asks Sanjaya to recount what happened when his loved ones, the Kauravas, assembled to fight the Pandavas for Hastinapura. His family is not the rightful heir to the kingdom, but they've assumed power, and Dhritarashtra is attempting to preserve it for his son Duryodhana. Sanjaya informs of Arjuna, who has come as boss of the Pandavas to return his kingdom, with Sri Krishna as his charioteer. The Gita is the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna leading up to the struggle. Arjuna does not want to fight. He does not know why he has to lose his family's blood for a kingdom he does not necessarily want. In his eyes, murdering his wicked and killing his family is the greatest sin of all. He casts his weapons down and tells Krishna that he won't fight. Krishna, then, begins the systematic process of explaining why Arjuna must fight and how he has to fight to restore his karma. Krishna first clarifies the cycle of birth and death. He states there is no real death of the soul, simply a sloughing of the body after every round of birth and death. This cycle intends to allow someone to work off their karma accumulated through lifetimes of activity. Suppose a person completes training selflessly, in service to God. If that's the instance, they could work off their karma, finally resulting in a dissolution of the spirit, the achievement of enlightenment, and an end to the cycle. Should they behave selfishly, they keep accumulating debt, putting them farther into karmic debt. Krishna presents three major theories for achieving this dissolution of the soul: renunciation, selfless service, and meditation. All three are components for attaining yoga, or ability in action. Krishna says that the truly divine human doesn't renounce all worldly possessions or give up the work, but instead finds peace in completing a step in the full service to God. Because of this, someone must avoid the various traps of the three-step of emotions: gunas, rajas, anger, self, tamas, ignorance, darkness, and sattva, stability, purity. The maximum type of meditation comes when individuals could free themselves from selfish action and focus entirely on the divine in their attempts. To put it differently, Krishna says that he who accomplishes divine union with him in meditation will finally find freedom from the endless cycle of rebirth and death. Arjuna still appears to need evidence of Krishna's divine powers, so Arjuna seems to him in his strong, most sacred form, together with the power of 1,000 suns. Seeing Krishna in his divine state, Arjuna suddenly realizes what enlightenment could bring him in the marriage, and he completely has faith in the yogic path. He goes on to ask Krishna can he obtain the love of God, and Krishna shows that love comes from an individual's selfless devotion to the divine, as well as an understanding that the body is simply ephemeral, a product of nature, and is subject to endless rebirth. An individual must forego their body's cravings and aversions to locate freedom. The Gita ends with Krishna telling Arjuna he should pick the path of good or evil, as he must resist the Kauravas for his kingdom. In that, he's adjusting the balance of good and evil, fulfilling his dharma. Strength. To enjoy colorful images, please visit the web page. Durga Mata. The upright readings. Courage, conviction, strength, determination, action, heroism, virility, persuasion, influence, compassion. The strength card represents Durga Mata. Durga Mata is a symbol of unmatched courage, conviction, and strength. These qualities within you also make you different from people. This card is a yes positive card. Whenever you take up the task of determination, your valor and indomitable courage and virility have a tremendous effect that people pursuing you. You have infinite compassion for all beings within you. Even though you have the power, do not use that power against anyone. The reverse readings. Pettiness, sickness, unfaithfulness, weakness, inner strength, self-doubt, low energy, raw emotion. You don't have any meanness. Your enemies give you sickness, weakness with black magic, but because of your inner strength, you get control over self-doubt, low energy, raw emotion. Now be careful, someone is unfaithful to you. Something is going wrong, behind. Strength. In the card, strength, a woman with a divine aura over the head, is playing with the lion. A person with heavenly powers can only play with the wild force like a lion. In the original ancient Indian card, the heavenly figure is worshipped as Mata Durga. She rides on the mighty lion. She has 8 hands equipped with many weapons. Courage, conviction, strength, determination, action, heroism, virility, persuasion, influence, compassion, all virtues are known as Durga Mata. She killed the demon Mahishasur. Please read more explanation. Durga Mata is worshipped as a principal aspect of the mother goddess and is one of the most popular and widely revered among Indian divinities. She is associated with protection, strength, motherhood, destruction, and wars. Her legend centers around combating evils and demonic forces that threaten peace, prosperity, and the power of good over evil. Durga unleashes her divine wrath against the wicked for the liberation of the oppressed and entails destruction to empower creation. Durga is created by the gods to defeat the demon Mahishasura, who could be only killed by a female. Durga is seen as a motherly figure and often depicted as a beautiful woman, riding a lion or tiger, with many arms each carrying a weapon and often defeating demons. She is widely worshipped by the followers of the goddess-centric sect, Shaktism, and has importance in other denominations like Shaivism and Vaishnavism. Under these traditions, Durga is associated and identified with other deities. The two most important texts of Shaktism, Devi Mahatmya and Devi Bhagavata Purana, reveres Devi, goddess, as the primordial creator of the universe and the Brahmand, ultimate truth and reality. The Devi Mahatmya is considered to be as important scripture as the Bhagavad Gita by the Shakta Hindus. Durga has a significant following all over India, Bangladesh, and Nepal, particularly in its eastern states such as West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, Assam, and Bihar. Durga is revered after spring and autumn harvests, especially during the festivals of Durga Puja and Navaratri. According to scholars, Buddhist tantric traditions have adopted several Hindu deities into its fold. The tantric traditions of Buddhism included Durga and developed the idea further. In Japanese Buddhism, she appears as Butsu-Mo, sometimes called Koti Sri. In Tibet, the goddess Palden Lamo is similar to the protective and fierce Durga. Several aspects of Tara have originated as a form of the goddess Durga, notably her fierce guardian form. In Jainism, the Saksi Yamata found in major medieval-era Jain temples mirrors Durga, and she has been identified by Jainism scholars to be the same or sharing a more ancient common lineage. In the Ellora caves, the Jain temples feature Durga with her lion. However, she is not shown as killing the buffalo demon in the Jain cave, but she is presented as a peaceful deity. In Sikhism, Durga is exalted as the divine in Dasam Granth, a sacred text of Sikhism that is traditionally attributed to Guru Gobind Singh. According to Eleanor Nesbitt, this view has been challenged by Sikhs who consider Sikhism to be monotheistic, who hold that a feminine form of the supreme and a reverence for the goddess is unmistakably of Hindu character. Archaeological site excavations in Indonesia, particularly on the island of Java, have yielded numerous statues of Durga. Of the numerous early to mid-medieval era Hindu deity stone statues uncovered on Indonesian islands, at least 135 statues are of Durga. In parts of Java, she is known as Loro Jonggrang. In Cambodia, during its era of Hindu kings, Durga was popular and numerous sculptures of her have been found. However, most differ from the Indian representation in one detail. The Cambodian Durga iconography shows her standing on top of the cut buffalo demon head. Durga statues have been discovered at stone temples and archaeological sites in Vietnam likely related to Kampa or Cham dynasty era. The Hermit. To enjoy colorful images, please visit the web page. By Trugarishi. The Upright Readings. Inner strength, prudence, withdrawal, caution, vigilance, soul-searching, introspection, being alone, inner guidance. Maharishi Bhrigu taught the world the way of astrology. Maharishi Bhrigu is the one who wrote the palm leaf, which is known today as tarot cards. A tarot card is an inner guidance that illuminates the world. This card is a yes positive card. Recognize the inner strength within you. You are full of wisdom, self-discovery, introspection like a guru. You can think intelligently. You give yourself a chance to improve yourself by introspecting your mistakes. This is a great thing. Let someone learn from you how to make a comeback in a bad patch. You carry out every task carefully. You take care of minute things. Being a self-thinking person, you prefer to be alone. You never like crowds and noise. The reverse readings: hastiness, rashness, immaturity, imprudence, foolishness, isolation, loneliness, withdrawal. Do not be hasty before the completion of any work. The game can turn around. Do not act immature or foolish anywhere. Your small mistake can cost a lot. You are smart, don't do impractical things for you. Isolation, loneliness may haunt you, torment you. Even if the world stops you from being successful, you have to win. The Hermit. The European card is showing an age-old person holding a lamp in his hand. Here the message is clear. However, please note he is not anyone. Ancient Indian tarot card, the Hermit, called Bhrigu. He is the father of astrology. He has invented tarot cards, before 6,000 years. He discussed many facets of astrology with his son Shukrakari. Later on, this was published as Bhrigu Samhita. While discussing, Maharishi Bhrigu draws some pictures and explained their resemblance with human life. Later on, it was translated into many Indian languages. The script was written on tadpatra, processed palm tree leaves, later on pronounced as taro by Europeans. Europeans pronounce tadpatra as a taro, they make D silent and P short. They understood first and last T. In South India, it is famous by the name of Nadi Shastra. Bhrigu. Maharishi Bhrigu, the authentic character of Veda Puran, was born in Brahmaloka Sushanagar in 6000 BC. He was the son of Brahma. His elder brother was Angarishi. His son was Brihaspati. According to Vishnu Purana, Agni Purana, Srimad Bhagavat, Maharishi Bhrigu was married to Kyati, daughter of Daksha Prajapati. He has two sons, Shukrakarya and Tivashta, and a daughter, Sri Lakshmi. His daughter married Sri Vishnu. Maharishi Bhrigu's wife Kyati was a brilliant woman with yogic power, involved in the Gadshura battle with the demons. She used to revive the dead soldiers of the army of demons with the power of her yoga. Angered by this, Sri Vishnu cut off the head of Kyati, with Sudarshan Chakra. Knowing about the assassination of his wife, Maharishi Bhrigu curses Lord Vishnu that he will have to take birth again from the womb of a woman. Then Maharishi brings his wife Kyati into life. According to the epilogue section of Padma Purana, to test the tri-gods, Maharishi Bhrigu first reached the Kailash of Lord Shivaji. At that time Lord Shivaji was living with his wife Sati. Rudragan stopped Maharishi at the entrance and humiliate Maharishi. The enraged Maharishi Bhrigu cursed Shivaji to be worshipped in the Shivlinga form. Then Maharishi Bhrigu reached Brahmaloka, Sushanagar, Persia, Iran, to Brahma. Brahmaji was in his court. All the gods were sitting in front of him. Brahmaji did not welcome Bhritragujit. Then Maharishi Bhrigu cursed him to be invincible, who would not be worshipped. After the humiliation and contempt received in Kailash and Brahmaloka, Maharishi went to Vishnulok. Lord Vishnu was sleeping with his wife Lakshmi. Bhritraguji felt that Vishnu was pretending to sleep. He hit his right leg on the chest of Vishnuji. Lakshmi, who was pressing the feet of Vishnuji, was enraged at this. But Sri Vishnu caught Maharishi's feet and asked, "Did your tender feet hurt by my hard chest?" Maharishi Bhrigu was ashamed and pleased. He declared Sri Vishnu as the best among the three gods. But Lakshmi Mata cursed Bhrigu that she would no longer stay in any Brahmin's house, they would remain poor forever. Maharishi Bhrigu's composition Jyotish Samhita was on the completion stage, so he challenged goddess Lakshmi, "This tract will make your curse meaningless." Mahalakshmi alerted Bhritraguji that the veracity of the decree will be halved. These words of Lakshmi shook his ego. Sri Vishnu stopped Maharishi Bhrigu and calmed him. Goddess Lakshmi had also calmed down and she realized that Maharishi did not attack to insult but to examine. According to the statement of Sri Vishnu, the Samhita book which was composed by Maharishi Bhrigu became famous in